All right, what's up, guys? One sec. Turn this off. Promise, it's just water in the cup tonight, like it usually is. Get the chat open. I think we're good to go. One sec. Let me get everyone so I can see you guys comment. Lights and Sirens, what's up? Mastercasters, my man, what's going on? Jacob Miller. Connor. Mastercasters, you should be studying for midterms. No, you shouldn't be. It's all good, man. I don't think I studied. It's funny because, like, I really didn't study that much in high school. But the thing I studied for the least in high school was midterms and finals. I winged all of that. Turned out all right. Not recommending you do the same thing, but I don't know. Teach his own. Greg, what's going on? Matthew, Long Lee. Everyone's here. Dylan, hey man, you're my favorite YouTuber and you fish spots around me. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate the support. Try my best. So I'm in a good mood tonight, guys. I'm in a very good mood tonight. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you probably know why. First fish of 2018 is finally out of the way. Well, I actually already got that out of the way with the brown trout, but of course everyone knows that the first bass of 2018 is really what you want to get. And I finally got it done. This was the first day that we had open water on the ponds. If you guys followed I was basically going crazy on Instagram over like the past week. I was putting up these videos, hitting the ice with a golf club, hitting the ice with a lighter, just, you know, just fucking around on Instagram. And finally, today was the day. Warm enough. We had like a big rainstorm come through in the morning that got rid of the rest of the ice. I show up, the water's definitely more stained than I would like it to be, but I decided to go with the Binsky because this pond has a lot of depth to it, and I had 1/4 ounce gold Binsky with me. I'm fishing it off the drop, getting frustrated because down here in South Jersey, if none of you have fished down in South Jersey, then you don't understand snodgrass. You do not understand how horrible it is. So working a bait like, sorry, I'm just switching the camera over because, all right, there we go. But yeah, working a bait like a Binsky in South Jersey, man, that's not a good time, especially this time of year, ice out, when all of that algae is starting to come up from the bottom. So I was dealing with that every cast, pulling it off, but I was staying persistent, and eventually I finally, first fish 2018 on the bank. Let me show you a picture. Not a big one. This is nothing to brag about, but it's about as excited as I've ever been to catch a 12-incher. There he is right there. I don't know. You probably won't be able to see the Binsky or the hilarious red mark in the middle of my forehead because, yes, I was wearing my hat cam. I did get this on film, so this is going to be a video. You know, I'll edit it tomorrow, Friday, whenever works. I'll get that up, and then I'm really trying to get back up to North Jersey because, man, let me tell you, I have some great footage on my hard drive up there, and it's killed me that I've had to be down here for the past 2 weeks and not even been able to watch it or edit it or anything. But it's really good stuff, man. I went out, first time you guys know, I went out with Johnny and Kurt. Kurt's the one who knows the spot. He showed it to us. We went out in the middle of that bomb cyclone. I call it a bomb cycle sometimes. I don't whatever the fucking name they made for it. But we went out during that. I'm surprised we came back in one piece. The Jeep held up remarkably well in conditions where we weren't seeing anyone on the road except for cops and snowplows. And then there was us, brown trout fishing naturally. So we went out, did that first week. I got all that footage. I caught my first fish 2018, wild brown. Kurt caught a nice one too. And then a week later, I went back up there with Rebecca and Alyssa. I don't know if any of you guys know their page, Trick Ship and Lips, man. It's been what, like a 2-month thing so far for them, and they already got almost 5,000 followers. I think they're an awesome page. Y'all should go check them out if you haven't already, but I'm sure most of the people here probably have. I got to catch up on the comment section. Sorry, I was just telling a little story there. Excited, man. First fish of 2018 is such a good, first bass of 2018 is such a good feeling. I don't care how big it is. It's got to be a keeper, though. It can't be like, you can't go like a little creek and catch like a 4-incher and call that good. I've done that before, but that doesn't really count. That doesn't count. You got to catch a keeper. Jersey Outdoors, what's going on? Connor goes, is it just me, or does it suck when someone you know catches a monster bass in a private pond near your house that you can't fish? Yeah, man, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? That kind of sucks. Who's to say you can't sneak on there and catch one yourself, though? And how private are we talking? You guys know if there's one thing in the fishing world, illegally speaking, that I endorse, I don't care. It's fishing private water. No one owns the water. That's not true at all, but I'm very arrogant about that. I don't really care. Someone tells me to leave, I'll leave, you know, but I'm going to be nice about it. They better be nice about it. If they're not nice about it, then I'm going to be a dick about it right back. That's one thing about me, you know. If you're nice, I'm like the nicest dude ever. But if you're a dick to me, then I can give that right back to you for sure. C Money is in the house. Man, I think I'm going out with him on Friday with Kurt. We got a little video idea brewing. That's going to be a good one. I feel like the one that we put up, or that Chris put up last time, didn't really do that well. I don't know what that was due to, the thumbnail or whatever, but that was a good video, man. I literally laughed for that entire video, so you guys should definitely check that out. Did I lose connection here? It's weird. It says I'm live still on here, but I don't know. The screen on YouTube where the chat is froze, so I can't really tell if I'm live right now. Am I going to host a tournament this spring? Okay, so like as far as a subscriber thing goes, I'm not necessarily sure yet. One thing that we are like seriously working on right now is Rowan University as a school, like our Rowan bass fishing team hosting a tournament. So that's in the works. Myself hosting my own thing, you know, obviously I'd love to do that, but time will tell. All right, cool. Looks like I'm still good. For whatever reason on YouTube, like I said, where I could see the chat, my screen's frozen, but if we're still good, we're still good. You guys are still asking questions. My PB largemouth, here we go. First time tonight, PB largemouth. No, I'm just kidding, Connor. It's a 7-pound, 3-ouncer on a jig from Merrill Creek Reservoir. Throw a little spot burn in there for you too. We'll probably be fishing that Friday. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Chris appreciates the Pink Floyd poster. Man, I appreciate it too. I actually didn't get that one. A girl got that one for me, but the other one over there, I don't know if you guys can really tell what that is, but it's Jimmy Page just downing a bottle of Jack before show. Robert Plant's in the background. That's like my favorite poster. This one's awesome too, and it's a lot bigger, so it works for the live stream. But Jimmy Page, the GOAT. Jacob, there's a pond in front of my school that's gated and is owned by the school. My friend has caught 2 double digits, and I've caught a few 6-pounders. Where is this place, Jacob? Take me. Longley, I appreciate that. Yeah, man, you could just tell like how good of a time we were having that day, you know? Where am I from, bro? Well, I'm from North Jersey. I'm currently living in South Jersey, going out of school here and working down here, but we'll see what happens in the future. Who knows where I'm going to end up in the future? Maybe it's, you know, bass fishing Jersey. You guys all know I want to change the name. And the main reason I want to change the name, don't get me wrong, I love like where it's gotten me to this point. But let's be honest, like I made it when I was 14 years old. I was just a kid. I didn't even know what I was doing with this YouTube thing. And I do so much more. And I want to do so many other things. Like I had planned to do so many other things than bass fishing and fishing in New Jersey. It just pigeonholes me too much. I remember when I was fishing with Fluke Master over the summer when he came for an episode of Ike Live that we did. We had Fluke Master. It was like our YouTube episode. Really like a genuine person, by the way. I really like Gene and just such a YouTube OG, man. I mean, 2008, that fool was putting up fishing videos. You know, what was it like having 1,000 subs probably back then was a huge deal. I remember coming into the game in 2010. John B had like 4,000, maybe 3,500, and that was a huge deal. But Fluke Master was putting up videos before then, and what he told me, like plain and simple, it's like you got good stuff, but you're just pigeonholing yourself too much, and you can't argue with that, you know? What's the deal with snodgrass? Never heard of that before. Okay, well, I actually have a picture on my Instagram to show you exactly what snodgrass is like. But basically, it is the worst type of grass you could ever imagine. When a bait hits, if your bait hits a piece of snodgrass, it just floats randomly in the water. It lays on the bottom, so you can't fish bottom bouncing baits correctly, like Texas rigs or jigs, and then it just kind of floats mid-water column. It'll get on your jerk baits, your chatter baits, your spinner baits, you name it. You name it. And as soon as a little bit gets on your bait, it's done. Cast is over. It's not like hydrilla, milfoil, any of that kind of grass where you can, fish a chatterbait, rip it through. Even baits on the bottom, like the Texas rig, if you're fishing a good hydrilla, milfoil bed, something like that, and you're fishing the Texas rig, you can just tickle it right through that grass. Snodgrass, it just doesn't happen. And plus, to top it all off, fish do not want to be living in snodgrass. So, and it literally infests every lake down here. Let me find this picture, man. It's a good picture. Watch now. I'm going to be looking down for 10 seconds, scrolling through my phone. I know this is great content. I hope this one stays up. I forget. Did I play a song at the beginning of this? I already forget. But the last time, the only reason that it didn't stay up afterwards is because I played, what I play? I played Zeppelin at the beginning of the stream. And immediately, like right after the stream ended, they copyrighted me. And it would have been fine. Like usually for a lot of labels, viewers in like Germany can't watch the video or something like that. But for Zeppelin, apparently it's America. So no sense in keeping it up and if people in the United States can't watch it. Okay, so see how I'm still looking for this picture and I can't find it? It's a perfect example of snodgrass, though. I almost like need to find it at this point. All right, I give up. I give up. Instagram, Bass Fishing Jersey. It's on there. I probably missed a lot of comments here. Sorry. We spent way too much time on snodgrass. Merrill has slobs. Thanks. Gotta love Pink Floyd. Yes, you do, my man. Yes, you do. My favorite Binsky color. Okay, so it's hard to beat the gold, just for like an all-around best color. But I gotta say, that chartreuse blue for for the 1-2 punch of Round Valley and Spruce Run, that chartreuse blue is the best color because lake trout can't stand it. I'm sure rainbows and browns feel the same way about it, if you're fishing lakes with them. But lake trout, forget about it. That is the bait to throw for a lake trout, a 3/4 ounce chartreuse blue Binsky. And then you hop right over to Spruce Run, get your 1/2 ounce and your 1/4 ounce chartreuse blue, and that's the perfect color for that water. However, I must say, when it's sunny, real sunny conditions, that gold, you can't beat the gold because the shine in that kind of sun with the rocks and everything like that, excuse me, you just can't beat the gold. Saw him live in '74. Now like the older people in the trad are gonna start making me jealous about all the concerts that I never got to see because I am 21 years old and was born in the wrong generation for music. Not completely, but like a little bit, I used to think in high school, I was like, man, I wish my friend Johnny and we wish we were born in the '70s, man, or the '60s, teenagers in the '70s. That would have been lit. It would have been a good time. Have I ever seen Zepp's 28-minute live Dazed and Confused? Yes, absolutely. I remember back in high school just spending, days binging random Led Zeppelin clips on the weird side of YouTube. Wow, Jacob, you said that pond's heated during the winter. Man, I remember talking about that like 10 minutes ago. I'm missing a lot here, but that's crazy. I wish I knew a spot like that in New Jersey. I don't know any I don't think there's any power plant lakes in Jersey or anything. I think that's more like a Midwest thing, but I don't know any heated spots that just stay open all year. That's such a cool deal. Clinton is a good reservoir. It's funny, John, I don't know if John's in this stream right now, frat boy fishing. But anyway, He went to Clinton one time in May, and he had like a decent day with Senkos. I mean, he had a good day, all right? He caught like good fish, but he will not shut up about Clinton to me now. I get it, bro. You went there with Senkos in May and had a good day. We caught 30 fish at Merrill that day. I'm saying this because it's funny. Like, he hates Merrill, you know? He hates Merrill. He just never wants to go there. And that's just because he doesn't realize that to fish well at Merrill, you got to put a lot of time in. And you got to have a certain confidence factor that John just doesn't have. He goes to one place one time and does well, and he thinks that it's the best place in the world. There's my John rant for you. All right, you know what's really funny about that? John just texted me, like just now. I didn't know that he texted me. I didn't know he was watching the stream, but I guess he is. He's going to hear that. It's true, man. You got to have confidence, all right? You just don't have confidence there. Have I ever fished the Rockaway River? No, I have not. That's around Boonton, right? Because I used to fish Split Rock all the time and then drive by the Rockaway River, but I've never fished it. Pensy Angler, what's going on? You versus C Money versus Elias versus Fishaholic. And yeah, I'd love to do a 24-hour kayak challenge. Let's go. I'm shouting it out right here. I will do one of those. They ain't going to know what hit them. No, they'll probably all dust me because they're actually real experienced kayak anglers, and I'm not. Man, I'll have to go to the next Rowan Bass team meeting. I was actually there when Ike visited for the first time, but school got pretty busy, understandable. So I haven't gone to a meeting since then. Wow. So you have missed quite a bit, I would say. You've missed quite a bit. I would definitely go. What did I think of the Eagles game Sunday night? Boring. I thought it was a boring game. I was actually – what sucks is like I was really hoping that that was going to be a great game, and it just wasn't. I mean, it's funny because you can ask Pete Gluzik about this right when Carson Wentz got hurt. Like that night, I think we had Nike Live, or it was like the next night. And I was telling him, I was like, just wait, just watch and see what Foles can do. You know, everyone was writing the season off at that point for them. I was also in a better mood back then. It's when the Steelers were still relevant. I'm saying, man, is Jesse caught that ball, and that would have meant the Steelers would have had the #1 seed. I'm just saying, all right? It's just Split Rock. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier in the stream. That is my spot, man. Like from early on, that's where I really learned how to bass fish with my dad. We had a 2-man kayak. This is before the tracker. I love Split Rock. A lot of great memories there. That's probably like my best fishing memories from my childhood came at Split Rock. Oh, wow. Masterclass with a good question. Random, but have you ever got cheated on by a fishing buddy? Invited a friend to go fishing the other day. He said he didn't want to go fishing. 2 hours later, he posted a picture. Oh, okay, so I thought that question was going in like a little bit different direction. Here's what I hear when you say cheated by a fishing buddy. What I hear is that many times, you know, you take someone to a spot, right? Your spot, and then a week later, you see on Instagram they're there with 3 buddies. They're all holding up fish. That's getting cheated on, man. Oh God, I gotta catch up. Hang on. Oh shit. Have you ever fished in the south, like Lake Eufaula? No, I've never been that far south. I would love to be. I shouldn't say it like that. I would like to fish in the south, but to me, like the trips that are really worth making are up north because, you know, it's about even for me. I'd say going up to Canada, fishing some lakes up there would be first on the list because I love fishing upstate New York, Champlain, Thousand Islands. That's my shit, man. Oh yeah, we used to. That's like where I learned how to throw an X-Rap is Split Rock. That was like one of the first things I caught fish on there way back in the day when I was probably, I would say 9, 10 years old. maybe starting at 8. I think 9 though. I think 9, 10, 11. Those were the kayak days. John's an amateur. C Money with the shout out. Oh my god. Caught 2 7+s on Pompton this year. Man, I know Pompton has big fish. That's facts. That's every time I get up there, which is only like once or twice a year, I always seem to catch good fish. And like they bite good in there too. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's not the most aesthetically pleasing lake to fish in the state, but I like it. It's got a lot of good fish in it. That place is worth giving a chance, I must say. Maybe no, it's not. There's no fish in there. I take back everything I said. The carp at Pompton, yes. All right, so go back and watch this. It's from like August. I went to Pompton. This is the one time I got there this year. It was for like an hour because I was only going there to meet up with another kid. It's when I went to that private lake. Peter, shout out to you if you're watching this. He introduced me to this awesome private lake that he has access to where you can launch the tracker, look for more videos from there in the spring. But I stopped off at Pompton by myself first, pulled up. First spot I fished was this big laydown. I pulled right up to it with the tracker. I'm flipping this brush hog. It wasn't a brush hog, excuse me. It was a spider grub. And I'm flipping it along. All of a sudden, I get thumped, like the biggest thump, jig bite, whatever you want to call it, I've had all year. Man, I load up into this thing. First 10 seconds, I think I got a 10-pounder on. I'm like, this is the state record. I have him on. I got to get him in. And then, of course, it's doing things where I'm like, there's no way this is a bass. I had this fish in the laydown for like a solid 5 minutes. Thank God I was flipping with braid, or else there's no way I would have got it in. Finally, I managed to get it out of the laydown. It's a huge carp. 8 to bait, man. That's so crazy. I caught 2 like that this year. Second one was recent. You guys know from that video in the real cold water with Kurt. I caught one like that on the Binsky. But I've done that before too. Carp are like real weird creatures. Can't really figure them out, man. Oh, is the video buffering? That sucks. Let me know if anyone's having problems with that. I'm sure Elias can let you borrow a kayak for a day. I don't know, man. Not after I yelled at him across the water telling him to go back to Brooklyn. I think he took that to heart. There are smallmouth in Pompton. Not that many, but I know there are. Okay. We're gonna break this down. So he says Jesse didn't catch it because Dez didn't catch it against the Packers. While I can't full-on disagree with that, all I'll say is that the ball clearly, in my honest opinion, when you look at that play, it's funny because I didn't even get to watch this game live. That's what's crazy. I had an Ike Live show going on during the game. But when you really watch the play, when you watch it in real time, it's just once he crosses the goal line, he makes a football move with the ball firmly possessed in his hand. That's a touchdown. That is a fucking touchdown. And there's no two ways about it. And another thing about the Dez catch, I don't like comparing the two because one happened with 9 minutes left in the game and the other happened with 25 seconds left in the game. It's a little bit different thing we're talking about. But, Dez caught it too, though. I agree. Dez caught it too. Connor's got a smallmouth spot behind your house. Where do you live, man? Damn. I want a smallmouth spot behind my house. I have never fished in Florida, and it sucked because this week it seemed like everyone was in Florida. Alyssa and Rebecca were in Florida. Brian the Carpenter was in Florida, and here I am breaking ice for the golf club. There is a lot of big pike in Pompton. That's another thing. I caught one. I think I caught one, not a huge one, but I know people that have caught giants in there. Real quick, man, I had a shout out that someone commented on. Oh yeah, none of you guys have seen it. I did a video interview for Upscale Lures, this Instagram page and YouTube channel. They sent me a bunch of questions. This dude Kenny, really cool questions. First of all, I liked the fact I mentioned this in the video a few times that they weren't fishing related questions, so I got to have fun with some of them. And I don't know. Overall, I had a good time answering them. So go watch that. I'm going to get the first fish, a 2018 video up either tomorrow or Friday, whenever works best for me. It's not going to, like, I just got to kind of cut and paste a couple clips. It's not a big deal. So I'll get that up soon. But I kind of want people to get a chance to watch the Q&A video if they haven't already. If I ended up getting a bass tracker, what accessories are a must-have? Okay, so buying a bass tracker new has its benefits and also its disadvantages. The biggest disadvantage, I would say, of buying a new bass tracker is they're probably going to give you a trolling motor that's not necessarily up to snuff for the size boat that you have. So I know a lot of people that buy new trackers and they immediately take that trolling motor out and they replace it with something better. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. Second thing, keep in mind, the electronics are probably not going to be crazy up to snuff on that tracker either. So you want to take that into account. My thing with the tracker, man, like if you can find someone, maybe even someone like that's obviously preferable. But we bought ours off Craigslist, and if you could find someone that really is taking care of their boat, then Craigslist is fine for buying a used tracker. You can usually get one with a better trolling motor, better electronics, and just a well-kept boat for not as much money. So I think there's a lot of benefits for buying a tracker used. That's all I'll say about that. But again, buying a new boat is a new boat at the end of the day. So it's all personal preference, really. I love that anniversary edition, though, man. That tracker is awesome. I remember seeing like a picture of that on Instagram, and then a screenshot and sending it to like 3 people. I just thought it was dope. If you were going to have a pickerel tournament in NJ for shits and giggles, it would definitely be for shits and giggles in the summer. What lake would you do it on? Oh, that's easy. And Wawayanda. That's easy, man. I've gone there, and I kid you not, have caught 100 pickerel in the summer. 100 pickerel, as opposed to 10 bass. You catch 10 pickerel for every bass there. That's not always the case. That is a very good lake. I don't get up there enough, so I haven't really gotten a chance to learn it that well. But at the same time, man, that lake's got a lot of pickerel in it, and they're like those ratty ones too. You get big ones, but there's a lot of those ratty ones in there. Yeah, way on to pickerel tournament. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's going on Round Valley right now, huh? Those lake trout are probably getting beat to shit, especially considering, I mean, like a lot of places are still frozen, so I would assume that Round Valley, like any nice day, is getting hammered. Yeah, use tracker, man. Use tracker is the way to go. But like I guess if you were asking like any accessories besides like the obvious, the trolling motor and the electronics, if it doesn't come with one, maybe get a butt seat. I really have enjoyed mine the past year having it. But you guys notice a lot of times I'll just go with no seat anyway. Just gives me more room. I think it gives a better shot too when I got the camera mounted on the windshield. I keep it pretty simple, man. I'm not real crazy on the accessories, to be honest with you. One thing I need to get is a fucking portable phone charger. Seriously, my phone has died out there one too many times, and my GoPro too. Not to mention. There you go. NJ Baston's Pop's got a champion off Craigslist. I was about to say a Craigslist off champion. It's been a long day, guys. I used all my adrenaline on getting that first fish. I'm so happy I got that shit, man. I got lost another one today too, but luckily it happened after I caught the fish. You guys know if you're really trying to catch one fish and then you lose one, it's all downhill from there. One time I was fishing at a no trespassing reservoir and a helicopter just hovered over me for 5 minutes until I left. Damn. That's a heavily militarized reservoir that you were fishing. And then the next guy goes, Connor, were you fishing in Area 51? Exactly. Way on to, man. Those pickerel are ruthless there. Go in May, June. We'll see what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, by the way, I got to give a shout out, man. Someone left a really cool comment on the Q&A I did, which I was just talking to you guys about. Here, let me pull it up. Got to move the camera a little bit. But yeah, I believe he's in the chat right now. AJP Fishing has an awesome giveaway going on right now. $300+ swim bait giveaway. So everyone go check out his channel, AJP Fishing. That's Aaron Pirelli. What's up, man? Hope you're watching tonight. I think I've seen you in the chat a few times. So I can get back to the chat. But yeah, he's got that swim bait giveaway going on right now on his channel. $300. Swim baits are something that I would love to get into more. I haven't been exposed to like using them on the water too often. I did have a day out on Merrill Creek a couple of years ago with Carl. A lot of you guys know him. Keeping It Real Fishing. He's a cool guy, friend. And watching him throw the baits all day, not get bit, but still be so persistent with it, just shows me how effective he knows they can be. You know what I mean? Like, he's been here before. He knows that he's got to stick it out all day. He might not get a bite, but if he does, it's going to be a very picture-worthy fish. He had one fish follow him the whole day, and he says, I didn't get to see it. He says it was a log-sized smallmouth, like a real giant fish. Totally believe him. We were at Merrill. We was at Merrill. What is the minimum length and width for good stability? I'm going to say 16 foot. I mean, my tracker is 16 and a half. I think that's like the smallest size they make, 16 and a half foot bass boat. That's a good size. I'm sure like if they made a 14-foot boat like a tracker, it would be stable. You know, I'm sure just the John boat deal is only going to be so stable. So I know that you don't ice fish, but have you ever tried it? And if so, how did it go? Okay, so I tried ice fishing for the first time last week. If Chris is still in the chat right now, I doubt he is. He's probably fishing for flatheads right now or something. But I went out. We met up with Chris and Kurt on the ice. He had just caught a muskie jigging. So I sat there jigging for like 3 hours. Caught nothing. Had one bite. Caught nothing. And I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I get that, like, it gives people that don't have a boat access to different lakes, and that's awesome. Like, if I didn't have a boat, hell yeah, I'd be out ice fishing all the time. But, you know, since I'm used to that style, it's just not for me. We'll just leave it at that. It's just not for me. Am I fishing with one rod again? Yeah, for sure, probably. Just this winter, for whatever reason, you know, he took a little break from making videos. I'm sure all of you guys know that follow him. He wasn't really putting up as much content. Now he's back with the awesome content. I'd like to get out with him again, but our schedules both now have been so conflictingly busy that who knows when that'll happen. Hopefully soon, though. I like Mike. He stayed in my house 3 times, man. Every time he was real cool, and we always get along on the water together. So I'd like to do that again. Jacob's talking about how much he likes his tracker. Yeah, man, that boat to me over the past 7 years, like we will never get rid of that boat. You know, like no matter if we upgrade or whatever ends up happening, if someone decides to lift its ordinance, it's ridiculous ordinance that you can't keep a boat in your driveway, and we upgrade, we'll still have the tracker. It's just the way it is. Still fishing with Brady. Shout out Brady Yeet. Absolutely, man. We were actually that's the other kid I was with when we met up with Chris and Kurt on the ice. I was with Brady. We were actually walking the banks of Round Valley. We didn't even know that Chris was ice fishing, but then Kurt called me. They're on the ice. We're only 15 minutes away. Let's go. The Rowan Pond. Yeah, the Rowan Pond does have a lot of pickerel. There's some good ones in there, too. It's weird. Like, sometimes they bite and sometimes they don't. Shout out AJP Fishing. Remember to check out that giveaway. I guess he invented the Simon clinch knot. I was not familiar with before this, but I'm definitely going to go check that out. That's cool. That's inventing a knot, man. That is something to have to your name. That's for sure. Yeah, this might be a can of worms, but are there any fishing channels you don't like? There's a lot where I won't watch their content just because it's not for me. Like I'll click on a video, I'll start watching it, and it's just not for me. But no, there's no one that I have like outstanding beef with, if that's what you're asking. Not really, man. I try to get along with everyone. As far as like channels that I do like, though, I must say, man, Chris's channel, honestly, C Money Fishing, like for whatever reason, to me, like his videos, he does really cool shit. He goes to cool places. You know, you could tell he's got a real passion for it. And for whatever reason, his videos are just watchable to me. I could put one of his videos on and be 30 minutes in and still watching it, you know? So I would say his videos. Trying to think who else I really watch fishing wise. It's not a long list. Shout out my man Kurt. Kurt's putting up, it looks like daily content at this point. I think he's put up like 3 videos in 3 days. Everyone go subscribe to Kurt's channel, man. He deserves more subscribers. I'm telling you. I know I can't do a major difference here in this live stream with however many people, but he deserves more subs. So go subscribe to his channel. Seriously, if that's the one thing you take away from the stream, do that, all right? Because it's good shit. He just put up a video where his buddy broke. They were on the ice. His buddy's fighting a good fish. Shout out Fokin. And the rod broke. While he's fighting the fish, they hand line it in like a 3.5 pound largemouth through the ice. Kurt's channel, it's ChemDog now, but it was Carrot Sticks Fishing, excuse me. And you can search either one, or you can search Kurt Hofig. Just search his name. I'll type it in the chat right now. Hang on. Yeah, search that, go subscribe to his channel, and go check out some awesome content. He put up a video today, wild brown trout from Colorado. I mean, how can you not want to watch that? Go. Don't leave the stream yet, though. Stick around. We're still doing shit. Oh, yeah, Pete's awesome, man. Pete, what a knowledgeable fisherman. I mean, especially, like, when you're talking the Delaware, the Upper Bay, places like that, and Pete's been around a long time. I mean, people forget Pete's been around longer than Mike's been around, you know, basically. I love those guys, man, though. Shout out to everyone, Ike Live, Brian Stockel, Mike, of course, Pete, Dave, Becky, everyone. Whole team there is fun. We have a good time. I like working there. I like going into work. I'm actually going in tomorrow. No dream catchers again. Shout out Pete for pointing that out, man. That is funny. That's funny. Are we even having a stream? Honestly. What about extreme Philly fishing? What's up, YouTube? No, I love Leo's videos. I don't know what you're talking about. Have you ever fished with Leo from Extreme? I've never fished with him, but I have met him a few times. I met him at the banks of Round Valley. You could check One Rod's Laker video for that when I took him to Round Valley. They happened to be there. We all hung out. We took one of the most legendary pictures ever. Let me see if I can pull this up. It's an Asian sandwich. It's Mike and Leo and then me in the middle. Hang on. Let me find this. I'm 0 for 1 on trying to find pictures on my phone during the stream, but let's see if I can correct that. So you guys know it's been a year since I started with Ike Live, by the way. Isn't that crazy? A lot could happen in a year. Let's say that much. Where is this picture, goddammit? Here it is. There we are. There's the Asian sandwich, man. Me, Mike, and Leo. That's a great shot. Does Iaconelli have high hopes about Bassmaster? Not necessarily sure I understand the question. I know that Mike is definitely not looking to be in Bassmaster for, let's say, 5+ years. I mean, he's just not looking to be the Rick Clunn of the sport. You know what I mean? He's got so many other things going on. If you guys follow his social media, you know that he's doing something very big right now, which I'm not going to release on here because I can't. You know, like we like to say on the show, we're making an announcement that we're going to be making an announcement the next show. So hopefully eventually, like, we'll be able to say exactly what Mike's doing over there. But let me just say that it just means that it's just another reason why Mike doesn't need to stick around in the Elite Series for another 10 years and is not going to. Like, needs at least one more before it's all over. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that, like, from an outside perspective, you would think that. And for Mike too, yeah, I'm sure he wants to win another Classic, but I also don't think he really feels like that though. I think he's at a point right now where he's ready to move on. Any tips for winter brown trout fishing in New Jersey? Use the lightest line possible, 2-pound test, preferably. I mean, if I've gotten away with 4 plenty of times, but not lighter than that, or not heavier than that, excuse me. And yeah, man, little light line, small baits, trout magnets, pink peewees. If you don't know what a peewee is, look it up. Leo and Mike have a little beef. Yeah, I heard that from Frat Boy told me that. John. I'm not one to speculate on anything. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on, but that's a shame, man. It's too bad we can't all get along. Rockland Fishing Show is coming up, guys. Hit it up. Hit it up. I'm not going to be, but hit it up. If you know me, you know that fishing shows are like, I hate fishing shows more than I hate ice. I'd rather ice fish for 24 hours straight than go to a fishing show. It's just what I'm saying. Doesn't mean that you don't have to go to it. All right. I don't like them. Yes, that's a good. Is FLW a good place to get a feel for tournament fishing? I've never fished in one. Absolutely. FLW is where I fished the bigger level tournaments. The ever starts from the back of the boat. I can only speak for myself. I know people have had different experiences with bad boaters, and it was probably also because I was so young at the time. I was 17 fishing these tournaments for the first time, and so I just kind of had really cool boaters. I had real nice boaters. You know what I mean? Like, I got along with all my boaters, so I had great experiences. And I was also on Lake Champlain, which is like probably the best place to be a co-angler. Let's be honest. There are like Thousand Islands or a few other places, but I mean, if you draw out with a guy that's but here's the thing about Champlain from the back of the boat, though. You could get screwed. I mean, you could draw out with a guy the first day that's on offshore smallmouth, and you're around 5,000 of them, and you guys each have 15 pounds in an hour. Or you could get drawn with a guy that's going down to tie, like me the second day. Listen to this. So I was going down to tie. This dude at the ramp, he's talking to me where like there's waves. You know, this I look over. JT Kenny's putting his rain jacket on like shit. I'm just thinking to myself, man. There's 12 pounds sitting right there, right over there. I know where they're at. They're right there. And then he even said it. He was like, man, you know what's crazy? I could catch 12 pounds at the boat ramp right now. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. And he's like, no, but I got points. He needed points going into the last event. So he's like, I got to gamble. I got to go for it. So we go down to tie, and guess what? We don't have a fish in the boat at noon. Neither of us had a fish in the boat. At noon, I'm looking at this guy like, you stupid motherfucker. We pull up to this bluff wall at like 12:30, way down there. And that's another thing. We're way past the fort at this point. We are south, all right? And it's where it's like a river. And we pull up to this bluff wall. He's throwing a jig, right? And he starts picking off some 2-pounders. So I'm like, all right, throwing that jig. I'm not going to throw the same thing as you. So, of course, you know me, man. I pick up my little 4-inch Senko out the back. Catch a 415. I had big bass for a while that day. The look on that man's face who needed these points when he had to net my 415 out the back. Woo! Damn. That's a fun. I remembered that day, man. That was. Oh no, he was way past the paper factory. That's for sure. White Lake. I've heard of it. I don't know exactly where it is. Do I like frog fishing or that is? I don't really understand the question. Deep maker fishing. If you're asking whether I like top water or fishing deep more, who doesn't like top water, man? Do I consider myself Gucci Gang? Well, my lean only costs like about the same price as I'm assuming your rent does. My bitch, I don't know if she loved do cocaine yet. I gotta figure that out. Let's see what else. I never fucked a teacher. I can't call that tutory. So I don't know. I don't really know if I'm Gucci Gang or not. Maybe like half. What's my PB smallmouth and where did I catch it? PB smallmouth, 5 pounds, 10 ounces from like 6 years ago. And I caught it at Spruce Run, 30 feet of water, late November on a crappie jig. That was an awesome moment. I also caught another 5 that day. That's when Spruce used to be on a totally different level. Man, I'm talking like Spruce used to be on some Mille Lacs shit. You know what I mean? Or some Merrill shit. It's not really on that anymore. It's still got a lot of good fish in it. It's not the same. It doesn't have that class of fish just died off. Now there's a lot of 2 and 3 pounders, which eventually, I mean, in a few years, it'll probably be back to where it was. Am I hitting up the Barrington Rod and Reel Flea Market this weekend? I don't know, man. I really want to fish this weekend. I saw that the weather's going to be decent. And if you just heard what I said about the fishing shows, that's really just because during all these fishing shows, it seems like there's always like good weather during them. So I'm out fishing, like catching fish. I'm thinking, man, how are people at a show right now? I remember a couple of years ago in March, I was out on undisclosed location, loading the boat, trout. Now I was at Aeroflex because I was catching salmon, I was catching trout, catching bat, everything. And there was a show that day. I'm seeing, look on Facebook, people are at a fishing show. I don't know. To each his own, man. I heard Ike was at Round Valley. Did he catch his first Laker? Yes, Ike was at Round Valley because of yours truly. We were filming a Going Ike episode, the second season or the third season of Going Ike. Excuse me. It was the Ike Live special. We did Round Valley in the morning, then Spruce Run, and yes, I did put him on his first Laker. Yours truly caught a Laker in the video. Yours truly also lost a Laker in the video. Lost a really big smallmouth in the video, dude. So we show up to Spruce. The shoot's going well, man. Ike catches his first Laker. He goes crazy, man. He screamed. He did one of his classic Ike screams. I'm sure the whole entirety of Round Valley heard him scream when he caught this fish. He was jumping on Pete like a little boy, man. It was awesome to see. We go to Spruce. I'm towing Ike's boat to the dam with my tracker. You know, that was like such a great moment for me. We get there. We get to the spot. I pull up, 5 minutes jigging the Binsky. I know these fish are here. We caught him the other week. Don't set the hook on this thing. Immediate head shakes, dude. I'm talking like, I know this is a big fish. Fighting it. I got good steady pressure on it. It's taking the drag that it needs. All of a sudden, I get it close enough to where I can look down and see it. So yeah, so obviously, it was a big one. It was at least a 4-pound smallmouth. At least it would have been the fish of the video. And it pops off. It's so crazy when you fish for so many years and put so many videos out and filmed so much that like it all came down to that moment right there on Going Ike. You know, I'm fishing next to someone that I've watched on TV and admired since I was 6 years old. And now I have the fish of the shoot on. And to see that fish pop off, you guys do not know how much I thought about that. But we got to move on, man, right? We got to keep pushing forward. It's all good. Hey, the shoot happened, you know? That's what you got to take away from it. But that was rough. That was a bad one, man. What's my relationship with MTB? So it's a good, I mean, so they invited me down for that tournament. I went, had an amazing time. If you want to like specifically get more specific, Gavin, which is basically, shout out to Gavin. He's basically like what I do for Ike Live and Pro Edge is what he does for MTB. He's my age, from Chicago. So we really just kind of got along. We still talking shit. Just a cool dude. So, and then like, he's like well into the MTB mainframe, basically, if you want to call it that. So I have a good relationship with MTB. I don't, you guys know, like I haven't put up an MTB unboxing or anything. Come on, it's me, that's just, it's not my style, it's like, I'm not going to, I don't know, I don't know, man. It's not my style. Collab with Southbound Fishing. It's fun. I think actually someone DM'd me that knows him, and they invited me to go fishing in West Virginia. So maybe that will happen in the future. Do I like Tackle Warehouse? Hell yeah, I like Tackle Warehouse. Absolutely, man. That is the site. Favorite lake in the country. So I have such a limited knowledge of lakes, like the ones that I've been to. Obviously, I'm going to say Champlain, but what's that? That doesn't mean anything coming from me. I haven't been to any of the lakes in the northern region. I'm talking like Minnesota, Wisconsin, all like that's its whole thing on its own. Out west, fucking California, Texas. I've been to Texas and I fished Louisville Lake. So I don't have like a good scope of the entire country as far as lakes go. But Champlain has got to be up there because I know a lot of pros, including Ike, who have fished everywhere, but they still say that Champlain is, their favorite lake. And there's a reason for that. Thoughts on the Guggen squad? Not much, man. I think it's really cool that they've built the audience they have. That's my main thing. I mean, like I said, man, I remember the old days. I remember the days of YouTube where having 1,000 subscribers was a massive deal. So nothing but love, man. That's so cool that they've cultivated that kind of audience through fishing videos. Now, is it my style? Is it the videos that I'm gonna watch, the vlogs and all that? No. But the fact that they're going, I mean, how can you hate? They're going to all over the world basically now and catching fish. So there's nothing to hate about. It's just not my style, man. It's not for me, Nothing wrong with that. Favorite crankbait, KBD 1.5. That's all you need to know about crankbaits. That's all you need to know. Lake Palestine in Texas is amazing. Yeah, I mean, I really wish that. Here's the thing, man. But that MTV thing, it was awesome. It was really like I'm so blessed to be able to go down there and fish that with those guys. But my biggest thing was like, yeah, I know you did it right outside of Dallas because like that's where the Guggen squad is, and you really need them to show up to make it successful. I understand that they have the viewers, they have the eyeballs. You don't need me to come down there with my fucking 7,000 subscribers to make any bit of a difference. You need John B and Flair and Perrick and Lunkers to make it happen. But at the same time, I don't think we needed to cater to their needs by making it at a shitty lake outside of Dallas. I think it could have been so much better if we had expanded a little bit. I know it was near a major airport and all that too, but like it could have been that much better if we did a little more research and put it on a lake with a few more fish, maybe a smaller lake, because our boater was from Texas. He was naming off all these lakes like, man, I can't believe they didn't do it at this lake or that lake or the other lake. So I'm just thinking it really didn't need to be at this lake just because it's the closest to where the Guggen squad's at, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure Louisville's a good lake, man. We were also there at a really, really off time. Hashtag that's not my style. Start it. Yeah, new hashtag for me. Favorite video of mine? I said this in the interview. Quick plug. Did an interview, Upscale Lures. It'll be on their channel as well, but I put it up on mine. A lot of cool questions, a lot of non-fishing related questions. One of them was favorite video of mine, and I'm going to, I think, give the same answer. That 6 species video that I put up with Kurt last year was so cool just because, like I said, I knew him on Instagram years ago. I mean, not Instagram, excuse me. I knew him on YouTube. You can go back and look at Kurt's videos from like 6, 7 years ago, and you'll see little 13, 14-year-old me commenting on those videos and us little kids having conversation back and forth. But then we lost track of each other, of course. Kurt went up to school at Ithaca. I went the opposite direction down south of Virginia. But then like last year, we ended up reconnecting on Instagram, and I was like, oh, shit, I know who this is. We ended up – and we fished together. That was the first time we had ever met or fished together. And we had that kind of day. So like that all being said, that's got to be up there as one of my favorites for sure. I ever fish lakes in South Jersey? Hell yeah, that's where I'm at right now, man. I fish lakes down here all the time now. Parvin, Rainbow. There's a couple of quarries that I go to. Union. I could keep going here. Davis Mill. Alcyon, however you pronounce that lake. The best one that I fished so far down here, I'm going to have to give that to – that's a good one, man. I don't really know. They're all kind of tough, aren't they? Rainbow and Parvin are fun. Rainbow and Parvin are a lot of fun. Ike's Lake, Palatine, you know, fished there a few times. I still look 13 and 14. Yeah, man, I'll take that as a compliment for sure. I will take my boyish features as a compliment. Okay, so I fished South Jersey. What's your advice? Shit's bad, way overfished. First of all, big facts. Second of all, especially this time of year, my biggest advice, throw different shit, man. Throw an inline trout spinner. Go get yourself a gold Panther Martin trout spinner. Take it out to one of your local ponds down here and see what happens. That's some inside stuff right there. Did I get a new golf club? No, it's funny. There's actually a few. I think they're my dad's old clubs or something like that. They're just in the back of the Jeep, and no, I didn't replace the one that fell victim to the ice. Cooper River. Yeah, I have fished Cooper River a few times. I won't say that much more than that. I'm not trying to burn anything for my buddy. Candlewood, that is another good one, man. Candlewood is a great lake. I haven't been there in a few years. I'd love to blade there. I still have not gotten the chance to blade at Candlewood, and that's something I really want to do. My ex used to fish with me, but the only thing she ever caught was the dirty fish, and damn, woo! Golf course ponds in South Jersey? I don't know. I'd love to find out. If anyone's got a few suggestions in the comments, throw them over there. What is my favorite fishing memory with my dad? Wow, that's a good question. Oh my dude, so man. I mean, there's countless memories with my dad, so that would be a real hard one to answer straight up. Shit, man. You know, I guess I'll go with catching, like when we first got the tracker and we were fishing in March, not catching anything. We had a few trips where we got skunked right off the bat, and it sucked for us because our kayak's nickname was actually Skunkless. That was the kayak's nickname because we would never get skunked when we go on it. But it was a new thing for us getting skunked on the boat, you know. But finally, one day, one April day, I finally caught a fish off the tracker, and it was a hybrid striper in April on a rattle trap, on a spinning rod, on a Rapala Clacken wrap. And it was the first fish we'd ever caught off the tracker, and it was my first hybrid too. So and like sharing that moment with my dad, that was a real special one for sure. There's so many though. I mean, that's a hard question. Shaw's Mill, I have heard some very good things about Shaw's Mill. Ever fished the Delaware? Yeah, I fished the Delaware for the first time a couple weeks ago. Ike had to break in his new bass caddy. He just got it. And it was great. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. It was me, Brian, and Mike. But it sucked because, so if you guys don't know, like with an outboard, what you have to do right off the bat when you first get a brand new outboard is you have to run it between 2,500 and 3,000 RPMs for like the first couple hours at least. So that meant we had to launch down in Chester, Pennsylvania, below Philly, and drive like 35 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour up the river. Keep in mind, it was like 40 degrees and cloudy that day in the late afternoon, and we drove all the way up to Town. So it was like an hour and a half ride up. But once we got up there, we caught like a million perch. A million. It was fun. But I've never like seriously bass fished the Delaware, if that's what you were asking. Where do I get the most gain when investing in gear? Out of rods, reels, and lures, it's definitely reels. Because I say this to everyone, it doesn't matter if you're spending $100 on a rod, you're getting a good rod. So like brand is all personal. I don't pay too much time into spending crazy money on rods. Lures, definitely not. I try to buy as few lures as possible. That's for sure. And then reels, but reels are the real thing where like if you put 250, $300, that's a lot. But like say 150 to 200 into a good spinning reel or bait casting reel, that you will notice that is very much worth the money. That's a good question. Does anyone know Merrill Creek? Can you launch at Merrill Creek? I want to know. I want to know. I may or may not be going there soon. I want to know. Dude, let's fish. I will travel and pay you $50. So, all right, listen, yeah, everyone. I really, and I've been getting some messages like this recently too. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that there's people that want to fish with me. It's very humbling. That's like the coolest thing ever to me. And I even more like appreciate that you would actually be willing to pay me. But let's keep it real. Like at the end of the day, I'm very busy, and I don't know you. I don't know any of you. I don't know any of you at all. Like at the end, I don't. Like you're supporters of mine, and we have this relationship through a screen. But at the end of the day, I don't know you. So please don't take it personally if you message me and you're like, hey, I really need to find spots down here. I'll pay you for them, and I don't really respond. Please don't take that personally. It's just like I don't like that's not. I'm not just gonna jump at every opportunity like that. Like fish with all these random people. I can't do that. I don't know. Some people can. Like one rod can. I can't do that. I'm not the same person. And when I actually do have time to fish, you guys know there's like certain people. I got friends. I got different people that I take, my dad, I take time to fish with. So it's tough for me to like start, fishing with a bunch of random people and then starting like it gets out. Hey, I paid him bass fishing Jersey and he took me to this spot. I don't want to really get into that. Damn, I was at the tournament where a guy weighed a 9.6 at Candlewood. Holy shit. That is unbelievable. Joey asks, where does he think the next state record will be caught? Also loves the live streams. First of all, thank you. I appreciate it. Again, shout out to everyone that's asking questions tonight, that's in here hanging out with me. I hope you all noticed, by the way, that unlike Ike Live, Eric the Intern Live starts on time. I'm just saying, man. I said 8 o'clock. I started at 8 o'clock. It was 7:59 I got on here. Yeah, Shimano Stratic for under 250. That's top of the line for that price for sure. Stratic's a great reel. That's cool. Shout out to Evan, man. I have found so many new spots because of your video on Google Maps. Go check that video out. How to catch bass using Google Maps. It's essential stuff, man. Seriously. That's how I did it. That's how a lot of people that find the best spots do it. And that's how you should do it too. It's the most rewarding that way. That's fishing in its purest form. You're finding your own water, catching your own fish that you figured out how to catch on your own. That's what gives me the high of fishing, is that whole aspect of it. About an hour in right now. Shout out to everyone watching the stream. Shoot it over, guys. Questions, I don't care. It could be about whatever. Quick plugs, man. If any of you guys in this stream have an Instagram and you haven't followed me on there yet, Make sure you do bass_fishing_Jersey. I post there every day. You would have seen that I caught the first fish, first bass, my first bass, 2018 today on a Binsky at a pond, might I add. I got the footage, or I have the video footage, should I say, and I'm going to get that uploaded soon, but everyone sees it first on Instagram, so go follow me there. And if you want to see more of my content, I run all of the Ike Live social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can go find us on there. I try to keep that page fun. We have fun on there. We post stupid shit. I'm sure you guys would like it. Takes research to find a good pond. Yeah, it does, and that's why it's rewarding. You know, I don't get, like, it's just not the same level of excitement when you find a spot yourself versus knowing a spot from someone else or seeing it and knowing, like, okay, he caught fish right there on this bait if I do the same thing. And then if you catch one, it's like, yeah, you caught him, and look, it's a good fish. But it's like, did you really catch it? Did you really do it yourself? I mean, I would say that's in question. Milliken fishing. I fuck with Milliken fishing. He was my roommate down in Texas when we did the MTB thing. I wasn't aware of his page before then, and it was really cool because, you know, I went down there thinking, like, all right, no one's gonna fucking know who I am or, like, know my shit, or, you know, everyone's there to talk to John B or whatever, you know. But first of all, that wasn't the case right off the bat. A lot of people knew me from either Ike Live or even YouTube, which was cool to me. But Milliken, like, he really knew who I was. Like, he knew me from both. And he like shouted me out. He was like, you know, they call me Lewinsky on Ike Live. That's the first thing he said to me. When he said it to me, I was like, damn, this dude knows what's up. So I like him a lot. I'd like to fish with him at some point for sure. We've been talking back and forth about that. Hopefully, maybe he can come out to catch lake trout at some point. We'll see. Talk about the carp off the laydown. I actually did a little bit earlier, but yeah, that was at Pompton. We were talking about that. Like, it was the hardest jig / Texas rig bite I've gotten all year. It was so perfect, man. I flipped that shit right in there. Dunk, like the most perfect bite you could ask for. And when I cracked it, the first 10 seconds, maybe even like minute, I was thinking, what sized bass is this? Oh my God, do not get off. But then, of course, it started like digging to the point where I'm like, this is not a bass. I thought it was a pike. That's really what I thought it was. Last thing on my mind was giant carp. But now I guess apparently the carp are kind of like cannibalistic in there. I don't, not cannibalistic. They're predatory. Craig went ultralight this year and now all about it. Yeah, man, I'm not going to lie. I've seen a few people, man, they've been using the ultralights these days. I wonder where they got their inspiration from. It is so much fun to catch a 4-pound smallmouth on an ultralight. No matter what time of year, I was catching them like early spring. So, yeah, they weren't their full summer self, but that battle. And then I started catching even bigger largemouth at Schwartzwood and a couple other lakes on it. And then when it broke, man, that was like, it was the saddest moment of my life when that ultralight broke. Honestly, I'm not gonna get into it on here. I wish I could tell you guys the story on here. It's funny. You guys would appreciate it, but I'm not going to. I can't. I just can't. Maybe someday. Six-inch HUDs at Round Valley. Bro, I've been meaning to do that for a while, especially at night. I want to go there at night and do that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Team dog or team cat? Team both, man. I fuck with both. I do love cats. My family's always had cats. I got nothing. Here's the thing. Your cat's got to be trained right, okay? All of my cats have been the sweetest, nicest things ever. You know, you would love them too. I'm telling you, even if you out there don't like cats, you would like my cats, all right? I'm telling you. My cats have always been nice. But I have met cats in the past I don't fuck with. You know, the ones that scratch, the ones that hiss, the ones that run away. My cats don't do that. Like I'm saying my cats, like I have multiple cats in the house. We've had 3 cats all like individually, and they've all been awesome. They've all been nice. They've all been chill. So if you get a cat like that, man, there's nothing wrong with cats. Cats are awesome. Dogs, you gotta admit, dogs are shit too, but I think cats get too much hate. I'm not gonna lie. Favorite breed of dog? I have to say like a black lab, man. Honestly, you know, I like a simple dog. I don't like any of that crazy shit. Beagles too. I love beagles. Beagles are great. Shout out to my buddy Jack. He had a dog for many years that unfortunately passed away recently. I feel like in the past year or so. It was a Brittany Spaniel. That was like my favorite dog. That was one of my favorite dogs for sure. So shout out Jack. Best place to catch smallies around South Jersey. There is not that much, man. Can't even lie. The only smallie I've caught down here was at Union, so that's my only answer to you. Yeah, the Maurice. I know. Mike has told me about that before. Can you launch a boat like right in the river? Because if you can, I'm taking the tracker down there in the spring. I mentioned it earlier. It's water, all right? Like, don't get it twisted. I'm really not a big drinker. I got a lot of that out of my system in high school and at JMU. Not really anymore. Greg says he's not. He is using the ultralight, but he is not brave enough to go below 6-pound test. I feel you. I understand. Trust me, that 4-pound gets bit more though. It does. It makes a difference. It not like anything past April, then it doesn't. But like right now, you better believe it does. Do I support the new NJ governor changing marijuana laws to make it recreational for New Jersey? Yes, I absolutely do. I feel like it's necessary from a standpoint of we don't need to be wasting cops' time anymore with meaningless bullshit. We don't need to be we don't need to be bringing people down to the police station, let alone, there's not people that are like going to jail for it necessarily anymore, but we don't need to be bringing people down to the station and processing them for something that doesn't matter. So yeah, I absolutely support it. I think it'll bring a lot of money to the state too. And who doesn't like money? So I support it. Any Schwartzwood tips when it's sunny and hot out? Man, get under those docks. Get under those docks or get under the lily pads because you know there's a lot of lily pads at Schwartzwood, like fields of them. And flipping those or throwing a frog can be very effective when it's sunny out. I've caught plenty of catfish in my day. Yeah, you usually run into a few of them while you're bass fishing, especially the Spruce Run Dam has a lot of catfish. Oh my God, yeah, night fishing at Round Valley, big swim baits, dude. Yeah, the Jersey State record. It's it's funny. The first ever Ike Live I did was the New Year's resolution show, and the first thing we did when we started talking was everyone went around the room. This is me, like little me from last year, my first Ike Live. I'm Ike had offered me the internship like a month before, and now I'm on Ike Live. It was so crazy to me, and of course here he is asking me what my New Year's resolution is, and I hadn't really thought about this in advance. So I ended up just saying, you know what? I want to catch a state record. That's what I want to do. And to catch that pickerel and come that close, I didn't think I was going to come that close, man. That really, it still eats at me. Like that's still my New Year's resolution. I'm ready more than ever to catch one. Any advice on growing your channel? All right, man. I mean, you're gonna hear this from like most people that you ask, how do I grow my channel? But the biggest thing would be consistency right off the bat. That's just have some sort of schedule. So don't do what I do and post like 4 videos in a week, then no videos for 2 weeks. That's not gonna get you anywhere. So being consistent, having a decent quality camera. I love weed, but I can't smoke because of my job. That's unfortunate, man. It's amazing that drug tests are necessary. I'm not here saying drug tests aren't necessary, but it's amazing that you could still, in a business setting in 2018, come up positive for THC and be fired. That's absurd. And everyone knows it's absurd too. If you don't, then you're a little behind, my man. You're a little behind. The Dream Catchers is in the house. Holy shit. So is Fishing with Norm. Shout out Fishing with Norm. Another dude that I met when I was down in Texas for the MTB thing. Met a lot of cool people down there. It was cool because, you know, you guys know that I'm not someone that watches a ton of fishing on YouTube. So it was awesome to like see all these newer guys that are coming up and making a name for themselves and getting bigger channels. And like, I didn't know who Milliken Fishing was. Milliken Fishing's got a great channel with like a fastly growing subscriber base, but just because I'm never watching fishing videos on the site, I'm not in tune with that. So it was cool to like meet a lot of these new guys and get to pick their brains and get to, it's also cool because we all came to this one spot in Texas from all different walks of life, all different parts of the country, from Illinois, Jersey, Florida. We covered it all basically, except for like maybe the West Coast. We covered it all. And we all share this love for fishing, and we all share this love for documenting our adventures and telling stories. And it was just cool to like hear how everyone got to that same place, you know, because everyone's got a unique story. Oh yeah, and back to what I was saying earlier. Exactly. Like, here's what I'm saying. It's like, unless you're showing up to work stoned, then there's nothing to talk about. Then there's nothing to talk about coming up positive for THC. First of all, we all know that. I mean, you could smoke 30 days ago and then still come up positive for THC. So what's that? What even does that, like, drug tests in that regard are just, I mean, we won't discuss it anymore. I think it's already been discussed enough on the Bass Fishing Jersey live stream. Oh, yeah. I want to know, guys, who would you want me to get on this stream to maybe draw some more viewers into it, whatever? I could do one with BTC across the street. That could definitely happen in the near future. He's in Florida right now. I actually wanted to get him for this week, but he's in Florida with everyone else. So we can get him. Man, who else could we get? We can get Chicks Ripping Lips on the stream. You guys saw them in my Instagram live that I did like a couple weeks ago. We can get them on the stream maybe. We can get John back on the stream potentially. Kurt would be an awesome person to have on the stream. It's just there's a little bit of a difference. He's like an hour plus north of me right now, so I have to figure that out. I could get C Money on the stream. There's another one. Elias, he's from Brooklyn, so that's would be a little tough. Fishaholic, I'm trying to fish with Fishaholic soon. We've been talking back and forth. Another cool guy in the community that I appreciate. One Rod would be tough. That would definitely. And you guys do realize that I get like no viewers on these things compared to like actual viable people. So it would be hard to just go right off the bat and say like, hey, Mike or Ike, like come on my YouTube live stream with me. That could probably happen though. That's actually an easy one. I'm sure he would be all about it. He wouldn't give a shit. Well, let's do it. Definitely Chris though, for sure. We can get Chris on a stream. Kurt, you guys would like a live stream with Kurt and I. I feel like that would be a good time. That would be a very good time. Kurt and I are absurd when we're on the water together. We're absurd. Just the shit we say, like we abbreviate everything. It's so ridiculous. You guys, yeah, you would like Kurt on a stream, man. Eric S., I'm going to be an incoming freshman at Rowan next year and will be joining the fishing team. My man, you share my name. You're going to share my school too, and you'll be on the same fishing team as me. Let's go. Yes, Jack, you were correct. This is my second one in 2 weeks, so I'm going to try to keep this up once a week. I said last week because it was so successful, we had such a strong viewing that I was going to continue doing it, so I am. And I actually pulled through this time. This is week number 2. I'm back with another one. Rainbow or brown trout, both. You can't hate on either one. They're both sick. My mom says that I have a nice haircut. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you to Capper Kid's mom. It's funny, man. They making fun of me on Ike Live for having the coif, having like the nice looking hair, but I don't see the problem with it. It does nothing but good things for me in that department, so I don't really see the issue with it. They can make fun of my hair. That's cool. Thoughts on Split Rock? I said this earlier in the stream, Sam. I guess you probably weren't here. That is my place. I mean, that is where I learned how to bass fish when I was a kid with my dad. We had a 2-man kayak, and that is where I went. all the time with that's the only spot we went to. And it's where it's where I learned how to catch smallmouth, where I learned how to really hone in a lot of my bass skills. I started throwing crankbaits there, jerk baits, spinner baits, jigs, you name it. I learned it all at Split Rock. It's a very versatile place. Cold water fishing. The first year we had the Binsky in our hands, when we still had the kayak, we took it there, caught monsters. That pickerel fight was insane. Oh my God, man. Man. I don't want to think about that anymore. I'm done thinking about that. How does the fishing team work at Rowan? How are competitions set up? Okay, so I'm going to break that down real quick for you. Basically, 2 years ago, when John started, or when Mike came to Rowan and John went to that meeting, it was nothing. I mean, nothing. When I came to the school and John and I started up, we maybe had a few people with us. Then gradually things started to grow. We started to get more members. And then at the end of last year, we got 5,000 from the school. So we do a ton they believe in us because we do a ton in terms of taking people on trips. We take people to North Jersey and we catch fish. We take people down here and we catch fish. We're starting to fish in local tournaments. The biggest thing that's keeping us from fishing in these more major college tournaments is a boat. The problem with a lot of these southern schools and a lot of these colleges is, let's be honest, when these teams get assembled, one or two of the kids at least has a big bass boat already in the family that they can compete with. We don't have that. We're Rowan University, man. We're a bunch of, we got 16.5-foot trackers. We got John's little bathtub that he's got, which is also it's a badass boat. I love that boat. But we don't have the boats that are capable to fish these FLW and bass tournaments yet. School's starting to give us money. We're looking for a used one. It's all a process, man. But I could say that you're coming in a really good time. And I'm sure when you join, like the next 4 years that you're going to be here, a lot is going to change. For the better is what I'm saying. God, I could only imagine what Glassboro was like back in '85. That's Jesus. Alyssa works in my local tackle shop. Yeah, shout out Alyssa. Shout out Tackle Direct. Shout out Rebecca. Any plans on fishing a Pakong this year? Probably. I mean, I'll probably get there a couple times. I usually end up getting there a few times. Usually not on my boat. Shout out Lucas Bogosian. Hopefully I'll get out with him. Did not get to fish with him last year. Things just got too busy, but he is a favorite on the channel. People like seeing him. That video we did at a Pakong last year, or 2 years ago, was amazing. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on iRod. Do you think it's worth it? Yeah, iRods are good, man. I got one iRod in my life. I got it for free when I was with the Bass College, and I like it. So I have nothing against iRod. How much to put me on fish at Round Valley or Merrill? I will pay anything. All right, so all you got to do is take my classes this semester and get A's and keep my GPA at 3.5, and we're good. So not even get A's. You just got to keep it where it's at, bro, and I'll take you, and I'll put you on all the Lakers you want. Trying to catch up here. I know I missed some of you guys. This chat has been interesting tonight. What I ask? People are talking about Manasquan. Manasquan's great. There's a ton of big fish in there, but again, I just don't get there as much as I should because Merrill and Schwartzwood and Spruce, they're more accessible to me. Manasquan's like the same distance, another hour. I never feel like taking the prop off or worrying about a fucking like a life vest or anything there. I'd just rather go to Merrill. Although brand whoa, I butchered that. Although brand specification is dumb unless you're sponsored. I agree, Sam. What is your favorite real brand? Shimano. That's easy. That is an easy question. Anchovies on my pizza? No. Nope. 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 No. No. A solid passing grade. I don't know, man. That doesn't sound like it's gonna keep my GPA where it is. I don't know. No, you gotta. I told you what the rules are, but I'll put you on them. I told you. A 2005 tracker with a 9.9. That is my exact boat. I mean, I don't know if yours is the same size, but yeah, I have a 16.5, 05, Protein 165, 9.9 Merc on the back. That Merc is, I mean, the first start in cold weather is brutal, but once you get it started once, that thing's been running great, and we haven't serviced it for years. I don't know how that thing is still going. Okay, I'm sorry, Master Casters. I actually, and this is all right. So listen, I'm very Italian. My dad, his roots are deeply Italian. He makes homemade everything, pizza, pasta, like talking real homemade. Like I have a problem eating pizza on a lot of places. I like pineapple on pizza. I'm just saying, bro. Like it's good. It's not like normal pineapple. It's got like a certain really good sweet taste to it, and for some reason, it complements the pizza and the ham. It's good, bro. I can't lie. I can't lie. I like pineapple on my pizza. Thank you, Kurt. Merrill is the best. There's no arguing. End of combo. Ditto. What's my favorite fish to target? Well, besides bass, we'll leave bass out of it. I would say, if I had to pick one, I mean, I love going for trout. I love trout fishing, especially when they're wild. You know, I love trout. They give me a lot of excitement in the colder months. So I would say trout. Dilly dilly. See, I'm glad there's a few pineapple supporters, man. I'm telling you, because I'm traditional in a lot of senses. You know, like I'm not out here doing all kinds of crazy shit to my pizza. But I must say, I'm honest. I'm an honest person. Pineapple on pizza is bomb. Doing a trip with Tom this year. Yeah, I would love to. So it sucked that I wasn't able to get up with my dad and Tom to Champlain last year. We just had conflicting schedules, and I had a lot of things to take care of. However, this year they are going back up there last week of August, so I'm hoping that I'm able to get up there again. Developing story though. This may be interesting, and you guys will hear this first here as the chat and viewership is dying down. But you guys will hear this. If Ike decides to fish the Northern Open at Champlain, he told me when we were on our way to film something one day that he would love for me to practice with him. I don't know if I'll be allowed to film that or not. I mean, I would fucking hope so. But if that's the case, how about that for video? Practicing with Ike on Champlain. Think about that one. Yeah, so someone asked if I could take them out to Round Valley. I talked about this earlier about taking random people fishing, but my biggest thing with a lot of people ask me about Round Valley. A lot of people are concerned with getting their first lake trout. If you don't have a boat, you can catch them from shore. Excuse me. It's very much possible to catch them from shore. I've seen plenty of people do it. They go along that first bank to the right, and this time of year they go shallow, so it's very conceivable. If you do have a boat, I would suggest just getting out there. Buy some 3/4 ounce chartreuse blue Binskies. If you got any kind of graph, it doesn't matter what type, but you need a graph to do this. It can be done. They're not, here's the thing. Kurt taught me something about lake trout last year that I truly believe is true. They're not a smart fish at the end of the day. Lake trout are a pretty dumb fish. They're a hungry fish. They're an opportunistic fish. They're just timid. You know, they're not smart, but they're definitely timid. And they'll only turn on and off at certain times. So you got to get that dialed in. But once you get that dialed in, lake trout are not that hard to figure out, to be honest with you. Peace out, Sam. You're very welcome. I'm glad. Again, shout out to all the viewers. This one, it'll probably go a little bit shorter than the last one. I'll probably end it at 2 hours. Hopefully, I didn't play any copyright shit at the beginning, so I should leave this up for a little bit because I think you guys asked good questions tonight, and I'm sure some people would enjoy watching this later on. How did I start fishing at Candlewood? We basically just took track up there one day and decided to go. And then I think we went with Tom shortly after that on his Skeeter. But it's tough with the 9.9 and the tracker. I'm not going to lie. What was cool about it is that I launched in Squance, and then I could only fish the Milford arm. Like, I only got access to really the Milford arm with that 9.9. You can't be going much farther than the Milford arm. So I would just go in there, and I would learn that arm. That's a great arm, and I learned the shit out of it. So it was a lot to be said for, like, stick and put in an area because I had to be, but at the same time, it was kind of good to stay put and just fish one area. Pasta pizza, no. No, that's where I draw the line. See, I told you, I'm not, like, I admit that pineapple is good on it, but I'm not doing all kinds of crazy. I don't like pasta on my pizza. That's way too much. You're just doing too much then. Buffalo chicken pizza, same thing. No. See, I don't know. It's weird with me. I don't like that. I don't like blue cheese on my pizza. I don't know. I love blue cheese. That's the thing. And I love wings, too. I had wings the other night with John. We were watching the football games. But not on my pizza, man. Not on my pizza. No, ranch on pizza too. Get out of here with that. No. Oh, you guys are, no, this is horrible. No, ew. I hate ranch in general. You want to hear a good rant about ranch? Go look up Joey Diaz rants about ranch. Just go listen to that. And I totally agree. I hate the taste of it. King Fishing 10 says he's thinking about making a high school fishing team. That would go for it, man. I wish I had I don't know what, just like the time, the energy, the effort to. It's not easy to start a team in high school, especially if you don't have like a supporting cast of kids that you know are going to join it. That was my problem at Summit, man. I mean, how many kids at Summit High School really fished? There was like 3 of us. There was me, Johnny, and Jack. That was about it. Sam Fleas on pizza, yeah, I support that. Ranch and wings, no! It's blue cheese, bro. It shouldn't even be a debate. I know pineapple's pushing it. I understand that. Like, I feel the same way too. Like, I don't necessarily feel right when I'm eating it, but at the same time, it just my taste buds don't lie. It's good. But ranch tastes like shit. That's what I'm trying to say. Daniel, deuces. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate all you guys asking questions tonight. Shaking things up, asking me about pizza and shit, you know? Because how much can we really talk about fishing? Let's be honest. That's why Mike has so much fun on Ike Live, because he's able to just go and talk about whatever he wants to. He's been doing the sponsor videos and the talking about at tournaments and on Bassmaster for years and years and years. That gets tiring. I don't care how much you guys, I love fishing like nothing else, but I don't care who you are. That's going to get tiring at some point. It just is. That's a fact of life. Looks like the chat's dying down a little bit. I have no plans on taking this any longer, but if you guys still have questions, shoot them over. Go for it. If Jesse caught it, then so did Dez. Yeah, agreed, man. Definitely. Agreed. Sponsorship plans? No, not really, man. To me, my sponsors are obviously Fish Sense Lawrence Dubinsky is always been there, but that happened so naturally. It's not something I went out and sought, and I didn't seek that. It happened. I met him when I was 13 years old, and it just blossomed since then. But besides that, no, I really have never. When I was with the Bass College, I toyed around with being on some pro staffs. It just wasn't for me. Hashtag not my style. And then being with Ike Live, man, and all the benefits I get with working for Pro Edge and being around Mike, that in itself is a better sponsorship deal than any one company, really. So it would have to something would have to come along that I really truly appreciate and want to pursue myself. I have a lot of smaller like jig companies, plastic companies hit me up. They DM me. They want to send product or whatever. I'm totally willing to take your product in and potentially do a review on it, but that doesn't mean that we're going to work out any sort of deal. Do I ever hunt? No. That hunting it's just not something that I really got into. My exams were good, man. I got good grades this semester. I've been killing it down here, which I didn't really do at JMU. It's funny, in my interview I said that my grades at JMU were not what they were. It doesn't mean I was getting D's, all right? I was hanging in there, but it just wasn't ideal. It wasn't enough for me to get into School of the Arts and Design. I guess that's enough. Greg, see you later. I'm sure I'll see you on the water soon. I hope you get out soon. Weather's definitely looking favorable for us to get out soon. Trying to start a fishing team in Gloucester. There was a solid 2 people at my school to fish. Well, maybe that's all you need, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like that's all I needed. I only needed Jack and Johnny, not to start a team, but just to have people to fish with. You don't need many. You don't need many. Is the Rowan team going to fish the FLW College Series this season? Not this season. That is definitely a goal of ours in the near future. Right now, the biggest thing is just that we don't have a boat. If I had $1 for every Woo, Tungsten, and Ardent Pro staffers, yeah, and like Biospawn, and I mean, shout out MTB, like they're awesome. I know that's their company, but just the way I've seen Biospawn get plugged on the internet is atrocious, first of all. And then there's other ones too, like Denali is one. That's one that I was a part of when I was like 16 years old. Jesus Christ. I do not know your sister. Rowan's a big place. And I don't spend that much time at it. I'm kind of like around, but I'm not on campus that much. Evan, I'll see you around, man. Thank you for watching. Thanks to everyone that's watched this stream tonight, everyone that's signing off, everyone. Some people are coming in. I'm seeing new viewers come in and new faces in the chat, but I don't know how much longer I can go for, man. It's been a long fucking day. Someone asks, how do you get sponsored? Well, you don't go on live streams and talk like I talk. That's step one. That's another reason I just don't. I don't know. I like doing my thing, man. I like being myself. I don't like being in the corporate fishing world. At least as much as I can help it. Being on Ike Live is about as close as I am to that, and still we have fun on Ike Live. Egg McMuffin or breakfast burrito? Oh man. Like neither. Definitely not Egg McMuffin. I've had breakfast burritos at Wawa that are pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, but you got to be like in the mood for one of those. Who do I want to win the Super Bowl? Oh man. Oh man. Oh my God. The Eagles, man. It'd be cool if the Eagles. I could never say the other team ever. I mean, I don't care about the Eagles. It's been annoying this year that I live down in South Jersey now, and I had to hear everyone talking about the Eagles all the time, and all the bandwagon Eagles fans are coming out of the woodwork now. But that's to be expected, I guess, with any franchise. So yeah, Eagles. I know a lot of you are very loyal fans. Have been waiting for a long time for this. That's great. But there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't give 2 shits about football, but now all of a sudden, ooh, Eagles, you know? So Eagles, yeah. Dave Wolak, that's a name. I know he's a stick on Champlain. And Chris Hall won a tournament on Candlewood with 8 fish for 46 pounds. Oh my God, dude. 8 for 46? What the dude? Of all smallmouth too, I bet. That's unbelievable. And then he goes, we had 34 and didn't even cash a check. Oh my God. That's what that lake's like. Did I play any sports in high school? I briefly played basketball. I ran track and cross country. And at the end of sophomore year, I was like, screw all that. I'm just going to fish. That's what I did. And I was very happy after sophomore year, I must say. And my life just got better after that. It really did. Wawa pretzels or Philly soft pretzels? I don't think I've ever had like a genuine Philly soft pretzel, but as a New Yorker, as someone that was born in New York and spent time in New York, I could say there is nothing like a Sabrett truck. What am I saying? Pretzel. Sorry, it's getting late, man. But there's nothing like that. Yeah, John, how is the corporate life? I mean, he's making money, so it's good, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know if you could classify the Eagles losing as blowing it, considering they got Big Dick Nick as their quarterback against the greatest quarterback of all time, and I could say that with confidence. I mean, that's just true. So I don't know if them losing it would be blowing it. However, I do think they have a significant shot to win. I do. I mean, the defense has been stout the whole year, unlike the Steelers defense that decided to look great for the whole regular season, and then, well, obviously they lost Shazier, but still after that, they still looked serviceable. I mean, they didn't look nearly as good, but then decided to go into the divisional round and look like they're toothless. They look toothless out there. Yeah, I like kayak fishing. I don't have anything against it. I mean, I would like to get a single man kayak and do more of it. But those are my roots, man. 2-man kayak. My dad and I fished out of one of those for years. Oh, now we're getting into the real questions. Now we're getting into the burning questions. Is a hot dog a sandwich? No, it's a hot dog. No. What do you think? No, different things. Yeah, I agree. I mean, less of two evils. If you're a Steelers fan, is the Eagles. That's just the way it is. You would not vote for the Patriots. Who would root for the Patriots besides people in the New England area? Honestly, I don't think anyone. Oh man, thank you all for sticking with this, asking all these good questions. Like I said, I get nervous when it's just me doing them because I'm like, damn, if no one's asking questions, what am I going to talk about? Am I going to sit on here and talk about the first fish of 2018 for 2 hours? But as long as you give me guys, as long as you guys give me shit to talk about, then we're good. I'll keep going. I don't care. The Old Town, that's Brady's Old Town. The people were wondering what kayak I was fishing out of in a few videos. Brady just let me. I had it for like we went one day and I used it, and then we were closer to my house here in Glassboro than his house, so we just ended up leaving it in my backyard, and that transitioned to me fishing out of it several times, having a lot of fun. All right, Jack. See you, man. Good luck on your midterm, and thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, all that shit. Pensy Angler, I'll see you around. Same thing. Thank you for watching, commenting. More burning questions. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Isn't there like a technical answer to that? I mean, I feel like it's just, it comes up in a vegetable setting so much more often. You associate it with it being a vegetable. I know it's probably technically a fruit, but in my eyes, it's a vegetable. Kingfish, see you around. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you everyone for stopping by. We still got a strong number of people in here. I don't know if it's the same people or if it's anyone new. It's just showing up right now. But if it is, then we've been doing this for 2 hours, and it's been a great time. And you guys have asked a lot of good questions. And we're definitely kind of winding down right now, but I'll still take more of them. Oh yeah, I mean, you got to be honest about the pro staff stuff, man. That's as plain as day how stupid that shit is. Wow, I still remember your early videos. He goes early videos catching fluke with my dad. Yeah, man, that's early videos. That's some original shit. That is young 13-year-old Eric who barely knows how to talk. My favorite lure for trout, either a real small countdown, not a countdown, an original floater, Paul, a gold one. That gold and black with the black top is an amazing color. Or a pink peewee, a pink trout worm. Peewee is like a specific type of worm that if you know about it, you know. If you don't, then well, I'm sorry, you just don't. But I told you the name so you can look it up. That's specifically my favorite, but just a pink trout worm in general, man. That's, you can't go wrong with it. Favorite Kitech swim bait colors? I'm gonna have to go. All right, so bluegill flash for clear water is a great one. And what's the other one? Smallmouth candy, I believe it is. That's another one. And then male perch for a little bit more stained water. Those are three bomb colors. IU is good. There's Kitech. It's hard to go wrong with the color, man. I'm not even gonna lie. But bluegill flash is a great one. My advice for bank fishermen, Google Maps is my biggest advice for bank fishermen. Fish out of the way looking spots, fish spots that you think that you have to hike into. That's what anytime that I find a good pond, it's usually somewhere that I got to hike into. I got to do maybe one or two illegal things to get onto, but that's what it is. Being a bank fisherman, man, especially down here, is cutthroat, and that just is what it is. Yes, thank you. Not smallmouth candy. Smallmouth magic is a very good color. But that's what it is, man. Being a bank fisherman is cutthroat. I've never had the tracker in saltwater, no. I don't really plan on it either. It's just that seems like a little too much hassle for me. You got to flush out the motor, whatever you got to do. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to Sandy Hook this year and I'll make a fluke video. That would be cool. I do not like Union Lake, man. I am sorry. For whatever reason, that lake and I have not vibed yet in any respect, but hopefully we will in the future. I don't know. I'll get back there this year. That lake is tough, man. That is a pressured lake. That is a tough lake. It's not easy. I caught a bass punching sheet ice today. Wow. Shouts out, man. Shouts out to Daniel. That is sick, bro. I would love to. Kurt says he'd love to see that. I would love to see that as well. That's cool, man. All right. So I'm getting tired. I appreciate all of you guys coming in here tonight and killing it with the questions. And you know, I have just as much fun on these streams as I do on Ike Live or any other thing I do, filming videos. This to me is like equally as fun when you guys are in here like you are asking these questions, and it's just. All right, let's see. We got more. AJP, you did an amazing job on this feed and an excellent job answering the questions. Now I have to put the kids to bed. Good luck on the water and be safe. You too, man. Make sure you guys go to his channel, AJP Fishing. He's got a $300 swim bait giveaway that's going on right now. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of swim baits. It's a lot of awesome swim baits probably. So go check that out. Subscribe to his channel. I'm sure he's got content and he's also the inventor of a knot, which is fucking awesome. So go check him out. And yeah, man, I appreciate you. Good luck on the water as well. Hopefully I'll see you out there sometime. All right, here we go. Guys, everyone that's left in this chat right now, this is what I want from you. What do you think my new channel name should be? What do you want? I want to hear it. I'll take any suggestion. Just go for it. Just start firing them at me. We'll read them out here. We'll do whatever. Let's do it. I'm Virginia guy. I was Virginia guy. I was. Not really anymore though. I'm still just Jersey guy now. Thoughts on Manasquan? I love Manasquan. Big fish in there. Just I don't get there enough. What's better, Schwartzwood or Airflex? They're both good in their own respect. John says that he caught a bass tongue punching a girl's butthole once. Good for you, man. Good for you. Sign out. No problem, man. I'll see you around. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. All right, here we go. Here we go. First suggestion, chicks ripping lips. I think that one might be taken. I got to check with Rebecca if she would be cool with me using that. Let's see. Ice punch fishing. I don't know if that's you're thinking of a name or you're talking about your video. I'd love to see that video, bro. Eric the fishing intern. Yeah, I was like toying with doing some Eric the intern shit, but I'm not gonna be that forever. So that's not really, and that's not like you only know what that means if you watch like live. I feel like so. Dave Correa fishing. That's that genuinely that just made me laugh. I don't know. That was funny. If you know John, that's good, man. I haven't heard him say it in a while though. NJ Basson. Woo! Yeah, we'll go from bass fishing jersey to NJ Basson. That's a move. That's a move. Fishing Master 13, we could go back to the roots. If you guys don't know, that was before when I was 13, when I first made the channel, it was not bass fishing jersey. It was Fishing Master 13. So maybe I could switch back to that. Who knows? There it is. There it is. Jersey Outdoors. I don't ice fish or go to shows fishing. Yup. I like it. I like it. I don't ice fish or go to shows fishing. Let's do it. One tracker, one boat. That's good. That's good. JoJo Bars 13. This is good. This is why I wanted you guys to do this, because I knew it would just be funny as fuck. Guido, I'm not a Guido, man. That's a little too much. Getting chicks and ripping lips. That's not bad. R.I.P. to the ultralight St. Croix. R.I.P. man. Let's everyone have a moment. Bill Dance 2.0. Everyone have a moment of silence for the ultralight, man. Maybe someday, like, I'll tell you guys how that broke, but I don't know, man. I just can't on here. Girl that bought me that poster was involved. That's all I'll say. That's all you get. Fishing the Midwest 2.0. I've never fished in the Midwest though, my man. Eric hashtag that's not my style bassing. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hebrew bass fishing. Yeah, man, these are good. What if I just changed it? What if tomorrow you guys woke up and the channel name was Hebrew bass fishing? Ike, Mike, and Ellie fishing. But it's funny that you say that, because we are actually going to do something, hopefully in the future we can get this filmed, with Mike. And the joke, like one of the parts of the video was that his name is going to be Mike Licanelli or something like that. You'll see when the video comes out. We got a good plan for that one. Fishing the East-West. Just make it retarded. Eric G. This John, he's got John B. I got Eric G. Could always go simple with Eric Moreno fishing. Yeah, I could, I guess. I don't know, but I want, at this point, guys, you got to understand that I'm thinking about changing it because I want to put it on T-shirts. I want to make a brand out of it. You know what I mean? To take a YouTube channel or a thing like this further, you got to make a brand or something that could be put on streetwear, T-shirts, hats, whatever. And who's going to wear Eric Guarino fishing? You know what I mean? Or bass fishing jersey even. It's like that's what I got to – it's hard. It's not easy, I mean, I'm not saying this is an easy task. I'm not saying we're going to figure this out tonight. Rip those lips and lick those chicks. That's a good one. Damn, that's a good one. Let's see, did I miss anyone? Bass fishing jersey, and then I like it. We'll put it like in parentheses and a lot of other states. Bass money fishing. John with the stupid ones. The dream catchers. I think we got a winner. I think we got a winner, boys. The dream catchers. Pine Walk Reservoir. Yes, fucking John, man. Oh my god. Tracker boy fishing. Extreme Jersey fishing. Binsky Master. Binsky Brother. That's what Chris likes to call me. Binsky Bros. There it is. There it is. Leo Shang. I could just call my channel Leo Shang. Just change it to Leo Shang. Oh my god. All right, guys. All right, listen. Someone says North Jersey bass fishing. Listen, I want bass out of the title and I want Jersey out of the title. They both got to go. That's pigeonholing. That's why it's so pigeonholed. All right? We're going on 2 hours right now. Shit, this has been a good stream. Golf club fishing. It seems like Leo Shang is the move here. It seems like the guys just want me to change it directly to Leo Shang. I like it. Come on, you got anything else? Let's go. Make me laugh. Let's come up with some names for me, for my channel. Make me laugh, but at the same time, maybe we can actually get something practical out of this. I won't sign off yet. I'm still here. Come on. All right, let's see what I missed. A few more Leo Shangs, tight lines fishing. I mean, I like the Ever Rod, but I'm sure that probably already exists. That's the thing. Just call it fishing. That's the best one I've heard since so far. Catching fish, Mojo Fishing, Bassmaster 20, Micro Fisherman. So you want Bass and Jersey out of the title? Yeah. Yeah, Leo Shang is the best one, I think. I must say. I don't fly fishing. Kosher fishing. Inconsistent. Fishing with Eric Lewitsky. 2 Pinskys, 1 fish. Oh my god, keep going. This is great. This could have been the whole stream. Yeah, I'd love, dude. Yeah, I'd love for it to be a play on words. That's what I'm saying. That's why, because I want it to be on a shirt or a hat or something like that. Something that people would want to wear. All right, man. All right. It looks like it's just John in the chat now. That's when you know it's kind of dying down. So, I think we're gonna end this one soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I certainly did. I had a great time with this one. I'm hoping that this one will get to stay up on YouTube for a little bit too, because I feel like some of you guys will enjoy going back and watching some of this. Like I said, the only time it didn't last time was because I played some Zeppelin at the beginning. So, Bobo fishing, there it is, man. That's the one. Bobo fishing. I'll get free Bobos for life, I bet. Yeah, Kurt agrees. Kurt agrees. Dropping rods and dropping logs. Well, what are the logs? Was that like a shit joke? I don't know. One boat, one load. Oh man, I almost want to I'm tired. I'm ready to kind of sign out a little bit, but 4 videos 1 week, like that's possible for me. I kind of want to just keep reading these names. I mean, we haven't really come up with anything substantial whatsoever, but I'm enjoying it. Eric Lubinsky. I mean, yeah, that's good, but like I said though, that's still pigeonholing though, because like that's such an inside joke. That's like that's a triple inside joke. You got to know me, you got to know Ike Live, and you got to know Lubinsky. That's too much. It seems like Liu Shang is just the overwhelming favorite here. Might have to do it, man. Can you imagine? What do you think his reaction would be to that? He would go on his Snapchat probably. It would be the first thing he would do. Jake Paul. That's funny. Ranch fishing. Oh yeah, it's super hard, but it's like it's something that I really have to seriously think about and consider because it's just not going to go anywhere if it's Bass Fishing Jersey. That's just what it is. Yeah, it's got me to this point. Like that's totally understandable, but I don't like it because it pigeonholes me. Listen, some people are asking why I don't like Bass Fishing Jersey. It pigeonholes me way too much. It's Bass and it's Jersey. I'm just not going to get the following of anyone else with that name. Yeah, or the following like anyone else. And Fluke Master, he was the one that I was fishing with him at Ike's Lake and talking to him about my stuff. I was showing him my videos. Thought I had good stuff, but the biggest thing, pigeonhole. It's way too specific of a name. Yeah, exactly. Jacob's got it. You can't make a brand out of it. You can't put it on T-shirts. You can't put, you know what I mean? I mean, it's tough. Pigeonhole fishing. That's funny. That would be a good thing to change it to. I catch big fish fishing. Oh man, see how hard? See, it's not hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. I know. I mean, I know a lot of these are like jokes just to make me laugh, and they certainly are. But like, even when I actually try to think about it, like really, you're okay. What can I change my name to? It's tough. It's no definitive answer here. Google Earth fishing. That's not bad. That's honestly not bad, really. I would have to use Google Earth all the time, though, which I do, but I don't have to that much anymore. Kind of got a handle on a lot of spots. Spot burn isn't bad fishing. Chicks sucking jigs. A lot of plays on chicks ripping lips tonight. Shout out to listener Rebecca. North Tower. North Tower fishing. Lunkers and yo. I'm not even gonna say that one because that could be it. That's Kurt. Don't say that. Can you retract that comment because we've talked about that being it, and that could very well be it. You guys might be seeing if you can look at. I know the chat doesn't show up later on, so only people that are watching right now are gonna Dink Floyd. I'm sorry, I can't even stop. But the one what Kurt just said that may be it. We'll see. I like that one. I think that one fits our personality pretty well. Keep fishing, never stop. Beer scent. Yeah, Dink Floyd is pretty fantastic. That's up there. Fishing bass in Jersey. Extreme Clinton fishing. Jesus Christ. I gotta say, number one of the night either might be fishing, just fishing, or Dink Floyd is fantastic as well. I've gotten some good ones from this. Subscribe to me. It's all one word. Subscribe to me because I catch big fish fishing. This is good. I appreciate the late night laughs, man. We're going on. We're over 2 hours now. We are over 2 hours in this shit. And it looks like the viewership is still there. You guys are still here hanging out with me for some reason. And man, last second plugs. I'm sure everyone that's with me in this stream at this point is, but in case you're not, if you guys want a little more content than what you get on YouTube, I post on Instagram daily, bass_fishing_Jersey. You would have seen that I caught my first fish 2018, first bass 2018 on a Binsky. And you'll see all that. I post on the story. I do everything. You get behind the scenes of Ike Live, behind the scenes of us on the boat, me hiking around, doing whatever I'm doing. I go on live there. That's another reason to definitely, even if you don't have an Instagram, go make one. I go on live. Instagram Live is another totally different thing. It's fun. I have a great time on there as well. So go follow me. And then if you want even more of what I do, go follow all the Ike Live social media, the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook. I run all that, and I have a good time with it. Whoever thought of Dig Floyd is a genius. So thank you, Kurt, for saying that, because that is unbelievable. That might have to, Jesus Christ, that might have to be it. We the best fishers. Oh my God. The Round Valley Ravager. Dink Floyd. Wow. That's such a good one. Who came up with that? I gotta shout them out real quick in the video so I can write it later. Jersey Outdoors. Dink Floyd. That's fantastic. Eric Nye, the fishing guy. Kai Tech 9 fishing. Tech 9. That's another term. Kurt and I coined ski for Binsky, Tech 9s for Kai Techs, and there's a few other ones too. Intern meets intern. Oh no, I read that wrong. Sorry. It's genius. Intern meets internet. That's good. That's funny as fuck. Gucci Gang fishing, yeah. Jersey Outdoors with the fire. Just he came up with Dink Floyd, now Gucci Gang fishing. Pest control fishing. Flare. Yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a great one. I love Andrew Flare. Lunker Magnet. Viewership is still there, guys. If you any more suggestions, I don't know. Do I have anything else I could maybe task you guys to do right now to keep you guys interested? Probably not. This is the biggest pressing issue right now is coming up with a new name. So any more ideas, shoot them my way. We're wrapping this stream down. We're definitely wrapping this one up. This is at its final stand. Everyone appreciates the wink. Yeah, Dink Floyd is the best idea that we got tonight. Shouts out, first of all, shouts out to Roger Waters, Sid Barrett, Gilmore, all of them. Dink Floyd, awesome band. Second of all, shout out to Jersey Outdoors for coming up with Dink Floyd, the best name of the night. Why do I want a new name? Oh man, saying Bass Fishing Jersey is not brandable. It is a pigeonhole name. I knew this myself like years ago, but like recently, ever since getting started with Ike, it's been brought to my attention more and more. And the more people I talked to, Seth Fider. When Seth Fider came to visit us, we were all fishing with Seth. The first thing he said to me was, he looks at my page, he's like, you got to change that. Change that right now. He wanted me to change it to Eric the Intern. It's like, that's who you are. You're Eric the Intern. But he only knows me from this world, obviously. And like, he doesn't realize that not everyone watches Ike Live. You know, that's not the grand scale of like where I'm trying to be at. So that's not really going to work necessarily. But yeah, him, Gene Jensen over the summer, like I said, he thought I had good content. But the biggest thing was my name. It's just too one-dimensional. Eric is better than Peric. I never realized that his name is just me with my name with a P in front of it. It's a pickerel, not a pike. Yes. That name suits me quite a bit. Eric Paulers. Oh my god, that's so funny. Ugh, that's disturbing. Oh yeah, trust me. Like I love repping Jersey, man. You know, like that is my deal. I rep Jersey to the fullest extent. But at this point, I have to move on. I have to, not move on, just move forward. You know, I can't stay in the same place with bass fishing Jersey. Am I ready to brand out? Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I would love to have a brand where I have bigger things planned, bigger ideas, bigger concepts for videos, things down the line. Certain people in this chat know what I'm talking about, specifically like Kurt, maybe John, but I can't do those things with bass fishing Jersey. It just, I can't. You know, I know I have like I have the drive and to make a bigger thing out of YouTube and out of what I'm doing with this, but the name's got to go. Yeah, keeping it in its would be good, but at the same time, like I said, I just think it pigeonholes me too much. Juicy fishing, juicy, juicy, bass hole outdoors. Yeah, that fits our personality pretty well. Sub brand. I mean, yeah, I could start something different, but I mean, I have the following with this channel and this. You know, this whole thing I got going on. I just got to change the name. Passing with passion, man. You guys have really put some effort into this one. I like the direction this stream took in the last half hour. Wow, I'm just scrolling through all the questions tonight. You guys were really on the ball with that chat. It's fucking awesome. The Italian. Oh, did I cut out? What happened? Am I not live anymore? I'm back. Now I'm back. I don't know what happened. I was just on my phone for a sec, and I see a bunch of RIPs in the chat. That was weird. I don't know. Hey guys, I'm back. It's funny. I look up and everyone's saying RIP. I'm like, what happened? Who died? What the, you know? All right, cool. But I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be live. It's funny. I'm back now. It's like I'm going to say goodbye again. I just came back to say goodbye. I don't know what happened there. All right, well, I think I'm going to end this one now, guys. Thank you very much. Leo Shang is messing with the stream. I don't want to end it. You guys are being hilarious tonight. You're making me fucking laugh. But no, I think I'm going to end this one now. Thank you guys so much. Everyone that commented, everyone that was hanging out with me. We're still getting more channel name ideas. We're getting new questions now as I'm trying to end the stream. My favorite setup is my ultralight that I broke over the summer in a way that I will not get into on the channel. Yeah, all right. I'm going to end this one now. Again, all right, let me get this out of the way. Thank you. I'm going to change the name soon. Maybe I'll get your guys' help with this more because it seems like it was, you know, you were doing a good job. You were coming up with a lot of good names. You were helping my brain get going with the name change thing. So maybe I'll recruit you next week. I'm going to get more people on these streams. Seriously. But you guys got to promise me this. You guys got to promise me that if I get people on these streams, you'll show up. I don't want Brian coming on here. I don't want Rebecca and Alyssa coming on here. No one fucking shows up. Because right now you guys are doing great. You're showing up. You guys questions the whole time. If we can get that going, I'll bring people on all the time. So thank you guys. I will see you soon. And peace. Oh, look for that new video coming out in a couple days. First Bass 2018.